Hatred and fear attempted to divide communities across Britain this summer as anti-immigration protests turned to riots and violence against communities. Businesses shut shop, and officers were in full force to protect the streets of British towns and cities. These illegal acts, and the role played by misinformation spread on social media, were referenced in the closing remarks of Hazrat Khalifatul Masih al-Khamis, Ayyadallahu ta'ala bin Nasir al-Aziz, at Majlis Khudam al-Ahmadiyya UK's National Ijtima this year.
A few weeks ago, riots broke out in various cities of the UK after posts on social media alleged that the perpetrator of the heinous killing of innocent children in Southport was a Muslim immigrant. This was a complete fabrication, yet it spread like wildfire on social media and resulted in immigrants, especially Muslims, being maliciously targeted.
In response to these violent protests, hundreds of thousands of members of the public took to the streets in cities across the country to take part in anti-racism protests, showing solidarity as communities and rejecting the acts of violence showed but days earlier. One such city which responded to violent protests targeting the Nasr Mosque and other community centres was the city of Hartlepool. On the night of violent protests, a member of the public, Andrew Cooper, started a fundraiser to raise funds for the Nasr Mosque in Hartlepool. Over £10,000 were raised in just 24 hours after the fundraiser began. As a show of appreciation, the Ahmadiyya Muslim Community UK held an appreciation dinner at the Nasr Mosque. The Hartlepool Jamaat donated all the funds and additional funds from the community, raising over £15,000 for local charities in the city of Hartlepool. The event, hosted by Imam of the Nasr Mosque, Mr. Tahir Selby, displayed the messages of unity sent by donators of the fundraiser. The event was attended by the ceremonial mayor of Hartlepool, Councillor Carol Thompson, who felt that the mosque was a true part of the community of Hartlepool.
Really interested in the quote for this whole event, Love Hartlepool. I think we all love Hartlepool, and I think love all, hatred for none is an absolutely fabulous motto, and we should all really stick by that.
The Salam Centre, a community centre in Hartlepool, was also targeted by violent protesters. Nancy Pout, manager of the Salam Centre, spoke about the importance of coming together as a community.
What we do want to continue is to celebrate similarities, not look at differences. We are neighbours, and I would like to agree with the sentiment that is used here, that it is love for everyone.
Acting Superintendent of Cleveland Police, Peter Littlewood, recounted the morning after the violent protests and how the community came together to reject the hateful acts displayed and support their communities.
The next morning, after the 31st, I drove down Murray Street and I drove down Brougham Terrace, and what I saw was not division, it was not hostility. I saw a community that in actual fact are united, a community that were appalled by what happened, and a community who could not do enough for each other to make sure that the hurt and the destruction and the violence was mitigated.
On behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Hartlepool, the ceremonial mayor presented an award of gratitude to Andrew Cooper for taking the initiative of giving the people of Hartlepool a platform to come together. The generous donations raised were presented as charity cheques to 11 local charities based in the city of Hartlepool, giving back to the local community and people in need.
For the people of the mosque, everyone I've spoken to here and liaised with, for them to turn around and say that they want to distribute those donations to make sure it's helping everyone in the community was really outstanding. I was taken aback by that.
And I think Hartlepool is well known to be a good, kind, charitable place. So I think the mosque really has found its home here. It really fits in well, and it has the same thoughts: kindness, not hatred. Get on with your neighbour, don't argue with them. Help people, don't ignore them.
These people from different charities, we don't realise how many people are in need. Whether you're a rich country or a poor country, there's still people who need things. And that's what we're all about, to serve mankind as best we can. That's our duty and that's our mission.
This event garnered media coverage across the country. As a shining example, of the good that community cohesion can bring to society.
The mosque is part of the community, as it was mentioned a few times. It's not about our own people, it's about the community. We're serving the community in various different ways, and people understand that. So they have a good relationship with us, and that's something which we can now build on even more.
This report is brought to you from MTA International UK Studios in London.